welcome
to Sort of the Story.
I'm Janey.
And I'm Max.
And this is the podcast where we tell each other stories, like fairy tales and folktales and mythology and anything else we want to talk about because we're two friends and we're in our house.
And
like
we do what we want.
Yeah, we're in our own home. Like, believe it or not, we're alone here all the time together. This feels normal to us. What, don't you and your friends have normal, meaningful conversations with a microphone in front of your face?
And it's absolutely not scripted. And that's important.
Scripted.
Yeah.
So how about that?
How about that?
And also, you are here. You're here now.
I mean, you weren't here earlier when we were talking, but
listen, I know what I just said kind of excluded you, but now you're here.
Hi.
What's up?
Late?
Yeah, we waited for you as long as we could. So if you're getting to us now, just know we're a little mad at you.
We already got apps. So
we got apps.
You have no say in the apps.
No.
So what's up?
I got lost in thinking about apps. I'm a little hungry.
Oh.
Hi, guys. If you are like, I would like to actually be a part of their friendship and talk to them, that sounds fun. I don't want to be left out. You don't have to be. You can join our Discord. Because even today, we're talking to people about stupid shit.
Yeah. Today and every day.
Today and every day. And if that sounds fun to you, join our Discord. Max, how do they join the Discord?
Give us $3 fucking.
Find us. Give us $3.
Yeah. That's how you win.
Yeah.
Go to our Patreon. At the $3 tier, you get access to our Discord, which is where we hang out with all of our listeners. It's very fun. It's a very cool little group of teens.
No.
We're all teens.
No, disclaimer, Janey and Max don't just have a cool group of teens we talk to. We have one cool teen in our group. One.
Just the one.
Just the one. Her name is Midnight Mouse to Georgia, and she's very cool.
Just the one that we're aware of.
There might be other teens, but they haven't made themselves known. Most of the time, they're in their 30s, and they're tired like us.
Yeah. That's our audience.
We have one 17-year-old and a bunch of tired 30-year-olds. Mouse, what's up?
I get it. When I was 17, I was also a tired 30-year-old.
I will say, Mouse is the smartest person in the world, so it's fine.
It's fine.
I was such a stupid fucking 17-year-old.
I was much smarter at 17 than I am now.
Hey. That's actually kind of a theme of my story today.
Oh.
Anyway, join our Patreon, give us $3, you can be in the Discord.
Yes. Or for $4, you can be in the Discord and you're our girlfriend.
You know what I was just thinking?
What?
So at $4, you're a girlfriend, and at $7, we don't have any girlfriend access, but I'm thinking that at $7, you should also say, also, you get everything before, and you get to be our girlfriend if you want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girlfriend optional.
Girlfriend optional, and maybe I'll make a little girlfriend badge that you can digitally print out and stick somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should, wait, it should be the cover art, but with a little person sketched in outline in between us. And then it just says me.
and you can color yourself in there.
Yeah, and you can put yourself in there and it'll be like you're with us.
Done. We got that. Anyway, so that's for $7.
Yes.
But that's not all, because that would be weird.
It would be weird if it was just more money and not for more stuff.
Yeah.
For $7 a month, you get access to the Discord. You get to be our girlfriend, maybe. And also, you get access to a full-length bonus episode every single month. Every month on the month.
Yeah. And girlfriend is optional. If you want it, you can have it. If you want to come and get it for $7. For $7. Okay, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was
Is that appealing to you?
Do you like that? The bonus episodes are fun. They're very cool.
Yeah.
Max tells the Swan Lake story on one of our bonus episodes.
Yeah.
That was a good one. I liked that one a lot.
That was fun.
Anyway, plus in the bonus episodes, you get to do a Q&A. And listen, some of our listeners have taken that Q&A very, very seriously.
Yes. We've had some truly unhinged Q's to A.
We got some really weird Q's in our A's, okay? It's been questionable. Okay, and with all of that as well, I would like you to go stop what you're doing right now. So if you're cleaning the kitchen, cut it out. If you're breastfeeding your baby, put it down. If you are driving a car, crash it. I would like you to stop and very quickly pull out your phone and give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Thank you.
Thank you. Also, if you have other stuff that you'd like from us, tell us. What do you want?
Open mouth kisses? Negotiable.
Listen, there's a price.
There's There's a price for everything, my man. Unfortunately for us, it's $7.
But genuinely, if there's anything that you want from the Patreon that we don't offer, or if there's something that if there's like a story you'd like us to tell or anything like that, we are your ever-loving servants. So
yeah, and you don't even have to be part of the Discord to contact us. You can go on our email at sortofthestory@gmail.com, or you can go onto our social media and slide into our DMs. Okay, well, with that, Max.
Janey.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello.
And welcome.
We talk about it in the test, but Mom Downey win and Dems did a full sweep of the country. So we're in good moods today.
Yes.
Yeah, this is good for us. And because it's good for us, I think we should start while we're ahead. Do you want to get started?
Yeah.
You want to tell me a story?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be right back.
Okay, Janey.
Okay, Max.
I have a story for you today that comes from New England Bean Pot.
You haven't done New England Bean Pot in a while.
I know, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Bean Pot.
Bean Pots. It's written by Jake Peralta. Edited by Captain Raymond Holt.
New England Bean Pot, American Folk Stories to Read and to Tell by Moritz A. Jagendorf. Mm-hmm. This is illustrated by Donald McKay with an introduction by B.A. Botkin.
Okay.
This story is called 3 Times and Out, and it comes to us from New Hampshire, the state that I always forget about.
Do it in the accent.
Is there one?
Yeah, it's kind of like a Boston accent, but more pretentious. They're wicked smart in New Hampshire.
They're wicked smart in New Hampshire.
They're wicked smart in New Hampshire. They're going to drive the car in Boston. Yeah, that's a Boston accent, and I'm not doing it well.
Yeah. No.
Never mind. We can't do Boston accents or New Hampshire accents.
I can do a Boston accent, but I won't.
Do it!
Because that's racist.
It's not. It's white people. If they're willing...
That's racist.
It's not.
Yeah, but this story comes to us from New Hampshire, and I will tell you, this is another devil story.
Spoiler.
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 It's a real spoiler.
Down by the harbor.
It's a spoiler down by the harbor.
So, this story is called 3 Times and Out.
Okay.
It's not about baseball. Not about the Sox.
I wouldn't have guessed that because I don't know baseball.
Well, it's 3 strikes and you're out in baseball.
Oh, you know what? That is true. I've heard that before.
Yeah.
From reading books.
Yeah, from books, obviously.
We're in a weird mood. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry. I'm glad. I hope you love it. This story is called 3 Times and Out. And I'll tell you right now, the story title references the fact that the devil goes to New Hampshire 3 times and then gives up on New Hampshire.
Burn.
He's like, fuck this place, actually. In this story, 3 different times, the devil, Satan.
Yeah. Lucifer.
Beelzebub. Yeah.
Yeah. Old Nick Scratch.
Yep. Old Scratch himself.
Yeah.
The evil one.
Yeah.
The dragon, the beast. 3 different times he tries to get the good people of New Hampshire in his clutches.
You know, he also tried to get Georgia, and look how that went. We fiddled him back to hell.
Get fiddled, idiot.
Get fiddled, you fuck! About to take your car to Boston Yard!
We're about to bless your heart.
Oh, yeah.
You got confused. It's okay.
I did. New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Come on.
From New Hampshire.
I'm walking here.
Guys, I'm sorry. Guys, I'm sorry. You know, recently I had to send several episodes to somebody who I respect greatly, who was like, hey, maybe we can team up together and do like a crossover episode. And I was like, this is the best moment ever. Yes. I can't wait to do this. Like, I'd love to exchange ideas. And I had to choose an episode of this podcast to give to somebody who I greatly respect. And genuinely, I was like, all right, so a quick disclaimer. You've never listened to our, but we eventually get to the stories, but we also are in our house.
Listen, we're in our pajamas. We're just hanging out.
I don't know what to tell you, okay? And I'm sorry.
It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't.
We just like don't do well.
Well, don't say that.
I'm sorry our podcast is so bad. Please still be on it. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
So 3 times the very devil tries to get the good people of New Hampshire in his clutches.
Yeah.
The first time, the devil, his evil eye falls upon the White Mountains of New Hampshire. And I Googled White Mountains of New Hampshire. It's not specific mountains. They're all white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's called the White Mountain State.
I think they should rename them the Ghost Mountains to get in a spookier crowd.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know what? Or like the Powdered Mountains.
Ew.
Like a powdered donut.
Oh, to get in the cocaine heads.
And the donut heads.
And the ski heads.
Many heads will come.
Makeup heads.
His evil eye falls on the White Mountains of New Hampshire, and he says to himself, no witch was ever hunted there, as in Salem or Boston town, and I can remedy that.
Wait, he liked the witch hunts?
He loved them.
They all kissed your butthole and you just like turned your back on them?
Rewind.
That's what they were accused of, Max, was kissing the devil's butthole.
No, it wasn't.
We've told so many stories about them kissing the devil's butthole, Max.
It's about them kissing the devil on the mouth.
No, not on the mouth, on the butthole. Guys, you gotta back me up on this. I've told several stories about kissing the devil's butthole.
Just because you've told them doesn't mean that that's the story.
That's the story!
I don't think so.
Oh my god, I feel like you're gaslighting me. You've been here on the podcast. Oh, no, I'm the weird one for kissing the devil's butthole to get some butter.
So he says, I can remedy that. Soon I'll have them dancing around the gallows. And so he sets off to start a witch hunt in New Hampshire. Yeah. Because he's the devil. He's bad.
He doesn't do the witch hunts. Okay, go ahead.
I'm not clear on whether he wants the witch hunts or whether he's like, oh, because there aren't enough witches in this area for anyone to hunt, so I need to get more witches.
I need to give him something to hunt. I just feel like that's counterintuitive, because aren't they doing his bidding?
Yeah.
Okay.
And his budding, according to Janey. I think the premise here is that the devil is evil, and so he's like, what if I tempted people to evil?
I guess this is kind of trying to get witches to not sign up with the devil.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. This is a very puritanical tale.
This is an anti-recruitment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the story goes on to describe the devil.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Tell me all about him.
The devil is tall.
All right.
With dark hair.
Uh-huh.
He's got long horns that spark when he gets upset.
Oh, okay.
He wears a black velvet suit with a black velvet cape.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes to cover his ears, he wears a big black velvet hat.
Okay, well, that gives me pause.
Janey doesn't trust men in hats.
No, I'm just imagining one of those big floppy garden hats. It doesn't go with the whole. And like a top hat doesn't cover your ears.
Horns. We have different pictures for horns.
No, you said a hat. I'm talking about the hat.
Yeah.
He said to cover his ears, he wears a big hat.
To cover his horns.
Okay, so you said ears, just so you know.
To cover his horns, he wears a big hat.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Now I'm imagining him in like a full suit looking so handsome, but with like a ski hat with the flaps hanging down.
Yeah, he's wearing a deer hunter.
A what?
A deer hunter cap.
Oh, yeah.
But he has dark eyes as black as coal that spark when he's upset. So this devil can get it.
Yeah. You said he was tall. Like how tall?
And he's well dressed.
Interesting. Interesting.
This devil is hot, and I just want everyone to know that, because it's going to be relevant later.
Yeah, and he has horns, so, like, something to hold on to. Something to steer, if you will.
Hey. I'm really sorry. I heard a joke last night, and I'm going to tell you the joke now.
Okay. Guys, listen, this is going to be a wash, okay? This episode, if you don't like tangents, this is not the episode for you.
A pirate walks into a bar.
Okay.
He has a ship's wheel lashed to his belt.
Okay.
He walks up to the bar and he orders a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And the bartender says to him, hey, man, you've got a ship's wheel lashed to your belt.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy goes, yeah, I know. It's driving me nuts.
Ah! And then, like, everybody cheers and throws him over their shoulder. Free drinks for everyone. The bar is closing down.
I loved that joke. that joke and I barked.
All right.
The devil's hot in this story, and that's important.
Yeah, that's important.
But the devil decides that it's time to go prick up a new crop of witches here in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
And very first, his eye falls upon one of the more sinful people in the land, General Jonathan.
But he's a general.
It might just be his first name, honestly. General Jonathan.
Everybody calls him Jen.
Is guilty of the sin where you want money.
Greed.
Greed, yeah.
What?
I forgot.
He's coveting riches.
He's covetous.
He's covetous.
He's guilty of the sin of greed. I honestly forgot the word greed.
Yeah, because
that's what happened.
Yeah.
General Jonathan is sitting in his big, beautiful house, comfortable as can be, sitting by a fire, drinking warm cider from the Indies.
You can make cider here. I just learned how to do it. It's not easy, but you don't have to take it from the Indies.
And he's just looking into the fire and thinking about how he could possibly get more money.
Okay.
He's already very rich.
Has he tried selling nudes?
Has he tried the OnlyFans route? That's my question also.
Yeah.
I don't think he has.
Some people will buy his feet pics. He's a general.
Yeah.
Might be nice. I bet a lot of people would want a general to, like, step on them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has options, is what I'm saying.
I think definitely a lot of people who joined the army while they were still undergoing puberty probably have that fantasy.
Yeah. You're not allowed to join the army when you're a teenager. I guess you are. 18.
Yeah.
Yeah. 17 sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
Puberty lasts a long time, too. Thinking about how much money he can make. And as he's thinking to himself, he says, "Ha! I'd even sell my soul to the devil if I could get all the money I want." Which is something that people say right before the devil appears.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might be. It's just if you're wondering how to get him to appear.
So General Jonathan says, "I'd sell my soul to the devil if I could get all the money I want." And the devil says, "Suits me just fine," and appears out of the chimney.
Wearing the floppiest sun hat.
He appears in his velvet suit with his sparks flying off of his horns and out of his eyes and like dancing off of his velvet suit.
Oh my God. And the general is like, "I would buy your nudes." Right.
I would buy this devil's
now.
nudes.
Right now, I would buy these devil's nudes.
And this devil says, "I'll give you all the gold you want. Just sign this parchment scroll with a drop of blood from your finger." And he whips out a devil's contract. I just did a contract whipping out gesture.
She did do a very flared move, and I just stared at her thinking about how hot the devil is. She did it twice and finally had to say it on her own. I was like, yeah, he sounds hot.
I wasn't waiting for you to say it.
Okay.
I just did it twice, and then I realized that this is an audio medium.
That I wasn't helping.
That's okay. It's not on you to help. I've got to carry my own jokes, and that's okay. So he presents this contract to General Jonathan, and he says that he will give him all the gold that he wants. And General Jonathan says, "Well, hang on a minute. Mm-hmm. How do I know I can trust you, the obvious devil?"
The obvious devil.
And the devil says, "Well, I'll show you." Actually, no.
Actually, no, I won't show you. You're just going to have to trust me.
No, what the story says the devil says, and I truly believe this is a Puritan story.
Yeah.
There's no reason to write the devil like this.
Okay.
Unless you think the devil is hot.
Yeah.
So the devil says, "Easy." And then he runs his fingers through his hair and gold coins fall out.
Ooh! All right. Quick note, though. I just recently watched a video of somebody who put on prosthetic horns like you would with, like, horned OCs. They're like ram's horns, right?
Yeah.
And the point was for this. She was like, for writers, sometimes it's important. If you're going to write characters that have these weird things, you should probably actually try to live a day in that life. Because what you notice with horns is it's impossible to brush your own hair.
Yes.
It's impossible to sleep. It's impossible to do this. Like, you have to find alternative ways. Putting on shirts is hard. Putting on sweaters, not going to happen. Like wearing a hat. So him running his hands through his hair, he's got to have teeny tiny little horns.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I've always been of the opinion that
That the devil has little horns.
No, I was going to say something unironically, and then I was going to say it ironically, and then I was like, no, say it unironically, and then I was like, nobody can tell the difference.
Own it.
I just feel like when it comes to horns, smaller's better. I actually like it more.
Yeah. Too big hurts, actually. Take note, writers. Make horns accessible.
Yeah. Come on, nobody wants all that.
It's not about the size of the horns.
It's how you use them.
It's the stabbing.
It's about the stabbing.
It's about the stabbing.
Yeah. I'm fine with, like, listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
Like, billy goat horns. Fine with it.
The little nubs.
No, the ones that are like 6 inches.
About 6 inches. Really, it's about thickness rather than length of horns. So just like, I don't know, keep that in mind.
I'm not doing this for jokes.
Would you be attracted to the devil if he had one horn like a unicorn?
No.
Yeah, right? That seems weird.
Yeah, I would hate that.
Yeah, it'd be weird. One horn?
I would hate that so much.
One horn is bad.
One horn's really bad. I hate it. Okay.
What if he had a huge penis? I'm going to beep the word penis.
Does he still have one horn?
He's got one horn and one huge penis.
Hate it. Still hate it.
All right.
Wouldn't.
2 huge penises. Peni, if you will.
I think it's penodes.
Ew! That's if they're little like billy goat horns.
So the devil says, easy. And he runs his fingers through his hair and gold scatters around the floor. Mm-hmm. And immediately General Jonathan throws himself on the ground and starts gathering up all of the pieces of gold. But as soon as he touches the gold, he yelps and jumps back because the gold is white hot. Now, again, it's important that the devil is hot.
Sure.
He says, not so fast, my good friend. Not so fast. You must wait for my permission. Oh. Now I give it to you.
Oh my God.
Take the money.
Stop it, you edge king. Devil's into edging. Pass it on. Edged by the Devil. If that's not already a book, I'll eat my hat.
I'll eat my hat.
My giant sun hat that I use to cover my ears.
So the general he gathers up all of this gold from the floor and he stuffs it in the pockets of his overcoat. And the devil says, that's my proof. On the first day of each month, hang your boots in the chimney and I'll fill them with gold. For your soul, when the proper time comes, of course. Here, sign this parchment. And
okay.
He once again offers the contract to the general, and the general gladly signs his name. But before he finishes his signature, he says, I'll sign, but the bargain only holds as long as I get my boots full of money. And the devil says, come, sign, I must return to Salem. And hurries him along.
Okay.
From that day forward, General Jonathan becomes the richest man in all of New England.
So I guess the conceit here, I had a lot of complaints about him getting witch hunts, but I guess the conceit is that he wants people in hell faster.
Maybe. Yeah.
Okay. So it makes sense that he would be rushing along witch hunts in order to get these women down to hell.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
I like that as a theory.
Okay.
He becomes the richest man in New England, but he's still not happy. He gets richer and richer by the day. He has everything he could possibly want, but he's still not happy.
Yeah.
And then one day, he's thinking and he hatches himself a little scheme.
Okay.
And then he puts it into action. The first day of the following month, the devil is crouched on this man's roof, pouring gold down his chimney into his boots.
It's not as hot to think of him actually doing it. Ew,
and he
the
keeps
devil squatting on a roof. Pouring gold down a chimney is not attractive.
And he keeps waiting for the satisfying clinking sound of gold pouring over the edges of the boots and into the chimney fireplace to indicate that the boots are full. But that sound doesn't come. And he keeps pouring more and more gold down that chimney. And he's still not hearing the sound of those boots filling. So finally he thinks to himself, I've got to figure out what the fuck is going on. So he zoops down the fire tube.
And he just sees, he zoops down the fire tube. And he zoops down the fire tube. That's like unlocking a sleeper agent.
Yeah.
So I'm imagining General Jonathan, which that is just his full name, and he's lying in his fireplace with his head in and his mouth wide open.
Oh no. He's about to get a very unpleasant surprise. Yeah. The devil zoops down the fire tube.
He zoops down the fire tube. I had a mimosa. I'm just realizing what my problem is.
You're fine. You'll be fine. He gets down to the bottom and he sees the boots hanging in the chimney, but they're empty. And he sticks his little devil paw down into the boots. And there's no bottom to those boots. The general cut the soles off his own boots. And there's a big old pile of gold underneath the boots. And it was just going to keep filling and filling and filling forever.
Ah.
Pretty clever.
Pretty tricky, sis.
Yeah.
Eventually they'd fill.
I mean, eventually.
Yeah.
But he'd get a bunch of extra gold.
That's true.
You know? So the devil says to himself, I'll teach that thief a lesson. And then he calls out into the night, you'll remember this, you cheating knave! It's the last gold you'll ever see!
Okay, well then you can't have my soul.
Sparks fly off of him, which light the thatched roof on fire. The house begins to burn down, and all of the gold that is piled on the floor all starts to melt together.
You can still sell that.
General Jonathan, who is waiting nearby, says, then you can't have my soul, and the gold is mine, for molten gold is still good gold.
Yeah, GJ! That's what I'm saying. His great-great-great-granddaughter. Oh, Janey.
Janey.
Oh, Janey.
Jonathan.
My name is Janey Jonathan. And I had
my grandfather, General.
Janey spelled with a G.
Janey. Oh boy. And the devil realizes that General Jonathan is right. He cannot take his soul because he can no longer fill his boots with gold. And he refuses to. And so the devil says, I'll get your soul yet, never fear. As for the gold, we'll see about that. Spoilers, we won't.
Oh, okay. He just gets the gold.
Yeah, he just gets the gold.
Cool.
And that is how the devil is foiled for the first time.
Got it.
In the state of New Hampshire. The second time, he's looking around for, people who are susceptible to sin. And he goes to Mount Vernon.
Okay. Mount Vernon is where George Washington was from. There must be two Mount Vernons?
Maybe.
I mean, I guess it technically is possible. They don't have a patent on the name Mount Vernon.
I think it is spelled Mont Vernon.
Okay.
I don't know if that's different.
It has to be, because Mount Vernon, where George Washington's from, is not New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Not New Hampshire.
But he goes to Mount Vernon. And now the sin of the people here is gluttony.
Okay, bunch of eaters.
Bunch of eaters.
Yeah.
Do you know what they're eating?
Apple pie.
Close.
Cheese.
Close.
Bread.
Close.
Beans in a pot.
Yeah, beans in a pot.
Beans
Janey.
in a pot. Beans in a pot.
Janey got it, and with only a little bit of prompting.
Max held up the book that says bean pot. Cheese and bread and apple pie aren't close to beans in a pot. Beans
but they are all
pot.
indicative of the region, much like beans in a pot.
I just didn't know
I didn't know this, but apparently there's a stereotype that people from New England love beans. Or at least there was at the time that this fairy tale was written.
That's why New Hampshire smells like wicked farts. I'm gonna laugh.
That was actually really good.
I'm gonna laugh at people from New Hampshire way, and then they're like, we don't sound like that. We're nowhere near Boston. Why are you doing this to us? We're wicked far from Boston, you twat.
I don't think they say that. If you're from New Hampshire, would you call Janey a twat?
I mean, they probably will now. They're probably pretty mad at me.
New Hampshire, I'm really sorry for dunking on you so hard about being the state that I always forget, and then Janey dunking on you so hard for being kind of like Boston.
I'm sorry. I think you mean dunking on you so hard.
Dunking on your hard.
Dunking on you hard while I'm sipping on me donkeys. That's nothing. That's
No.
nothing that I did. Also, I know you're different from Boston.
Does she, though?
She doesn't.
So, in Mount Vernon, in New Hampshire, people goddamn love their
Donkeys.
baked beans.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a stereotype about people from New Hampshire.
They're gluttonous for them beans.
Yeah, they're gluttons for the beans. They eat more baked beans than they need.
That's why our baseball team mascot is the baked bean. Pour a little brown sugar in those baked beans. And everybody does the wave.
You're cut off.
The problem is the one mimosa did get me. Make sure I don't have a tour.
It's also very hot in here.
It is hot in here.
So that's what you need to know about people from Mount Vernon is that they love their fucking beans.
Okay.
They eat more beans than they need. They eat beans for pleasure, Janey. For earthly delights.
They're fucking bean hounds. And they can find it, too. Don't fucking play.
No, you try and hide a bean around a New Hampshirer.
They're going to find that bean.
You're going to find that bean.
Side note, should we move to New Hampshire?
Woo!
Never thought about it
New
before.
Hampshire motto, we find the bean.
Oh, we'll find it.
So the devil sees all these people eating their beans.
Yes. Stick around, learn something. We're too mature for this.
And he says to himself, I know what I'll do. I'll promise them a bean pot that will always be full in exchange for their souls.
Like the whole town?
Mm-hmm.
Like they have to have a meeting?
Mhm.
One person is easy to manipulate. This is the reason why like narcissists and like cultists have to isolate people.
Yeah.
Getting a whole town involved is a mistake.
It's definitely trickier.
Yeah.
But first, the devil has to prepare because he's got to find the pot to put all these beans in so that there'll be an everlasting supply of beans.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
No, I know what you mean.
So he goes out into the forest and he finds himself a big old rock that has a big old hollow in it.
Okay.
And he's like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
And that's his bean pot.
Sure. Everybody just goes in and gets like a spoonful of beans.
Yep.
Doesn't sound hygienic.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
All right.
He finds himself a big stone with a hollow in it, and the hollow could hold many, many barrels of beans, so he determines this is the bean pot for him. He goes to the town, and rather than going one by one, he goes directly to the town elders, and he's like, listen, if you guys will sign over your souls and also the souls of everyone in your village, then I will give you beans for days. Beans for all your days. A lifetime of beans. All the beans that you want. For no work. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to reap them. You don't have to cook them. Nothing. Beans.
Beans in a pot. Beans in a pot. Okay, what he's essentially offering to do is to solve their hunger crisis.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have
create
one.
a new crisis.
Yeah.
A fart crisis.
Guys and wicked fads.
So the village elders are like, all right, we're willing to sell over everyone's souls for beans. But first you got to prove that you got them beans.
Show us the bean.
Show us the beans. And so the devil says, all right, well, you know, why don't you all come out on bean night, which is Saturday, as everyone knows.
Everybody knows Saturday night is bean night.
He's like,
BYOB.
bring your own beans.
Bean your own beans.
He invites them to bean night this Saturday out in the woods at the stone pot.
Wait. So it wasn't his. He didn't discover that there was already their bean night.
No.
Oh, the devil's the one that invited. I thought they were inviting him to their bean
No.
night.
He's inviting them to bean night in the woods.
I have been duped by so many good-looking guys.
They're like, listen, why don't you come over for bean night? And I'm like, yeah, I'm free Saturday.
You don't have to tell me twice.
In the woods? All right.
It's been a while since I had a good bean night. And then he fucking feeds me beans. Fool me once. Shame on you.
Fool me twice.
You can't get fooled again.
Stop feeding me beans.
Are we fucking doing this or not?
I want the beans. So he's like, come to bean night. Bring all of the villagers. So that they're all ready to sell their souls to me for beans. We'll all get together. We'll all have a big bean pot in the woods on bean night, which is Saturday.
I want to send all of our listeners a handmade invitation that just says bean night in the woods this Saturday. See how many of them RSVP.
We should send it out before this episode drops.
Yes.
See how many of them respond.
Did you get a bean night invitation and did you in fact RSVP? Yes. If I don't have work tonight, that's what I'm doing.
Bean night. So the devil puts himself into a disguise, which is just that he puts on his hat and his cloak so that you can't see his cloven hooves and his giant sexy horns.
Yeah. Oh, giant. All right.
I assume. That's not fair of me to assume.
It's a tall hat.
They're good no matter what size they are.
It's all in,
Everyone's body is beautiful.
it's all in the stabbing.
And he starts to bake them beans.
Okay.
In his big pot in the woods. And all of the villagers and all of the village elders all gather around this big stone pot while the devil makes the best goddamn baked beans anyone has ever smelled. He puts in beans.
Yes.
Ingredient number 1.
Yeah.
Brown beans. Fat salt pork, maple syrup, dry mustard, bay leaves, and little onions sitting on the top like little bonnets.
Whole onions?
I think so.
Not diced onions?
It's a big pot, Janey.
Okay. But they're not big mouths.
Maybe it's just like an aromatic, like it's supposed to get the flavor in, you know?
You should have some onions in your beans too, though.
Is this the part that you're mad about?
Oh, he's no longer hot to me.
I'm sure he diced a couple of onions in there too.
All right. We'll see.
We shall see. And all of the villagers are sitting around the fire and everyone's mouths are watering as though a river is about to flow forth from each of them.
Ew.
Yeah. Everybody's thirsting for the beans.
Thirsty for beans! Again, don't put that on your dating profile if you're not willing to pull through.
And finally, they all know, as New Hampshirers,
It's BT.
it's bean time.
It's bean time.
The beans are ready.
It's New England bean time.
Like Greenwich Mean Time. New England Bean Time. Which is specifically on Saturday night at 6:30 p.m.
In the woods.
in the woods. But finally everyone knows the beans are ready. And the devil goes around and he hands everyone a wooden plate and a wooden spoon, which is bad. I think it should be a wooden bowl and a wooden spoon. Because anything that you eat with a spoon should not be on a plate.
I mean, I agree, but I feel like a lot of people eat beans off plates.
I just feel like they're not good beans if they're on a plate.
I just think that you don't eat a bowl full of beans. Baked
Maybe you
beans are a
don't.
side dish. Unless you're in this fucking bean town.
I think that's what they called Boston.
Bean town! I parked my car in Harvard Yard. I rode my horse to the toll taker. And then I went to New Hampshire and I punched a fucker in the face.
You're leaning Canadian. And I think that that's correct.
Hey.
Hey. So the devil gets ready to start serving up these beans.
Yeah.
He hands out all of the plates and spoons. And then he approaches that big old bean pot. But the problem is The devil was in a hurry when he was making these beans. He's got a lot of mouths to feed.
Mm-hmm.
So he made the fire very, very hot.
Mm-hmm.
So hot, in fact, that it begins to melt all of the rocks around the bean pot.
Oh, shit.
So as he walks towards the bean pot, his cloven hoof gets stuck in the molten rock.
Oh, no.
And he says, "Youch!"
Okay.
And he jumps away and drags his poor stung hoof away from the molten hot rock that is all around the beans.
Okay.
As he does so, his cloak comes off, his hat comes off.
He's naked?
No, he's wearing clothes.
Oh, okay.
But everyone sees him for what he truly is. The very devil. Old Scratch himself.
Almost fucking got us.
Almost. And they all run screaming away from him. Let me just give you guys a pro tip. If someone is asking you to be ready to sign away your soul for something, that's the devil.
That might be the devil.
That's the devil. It's fair to assume that that's the devil.
But if they're like, taste these beans and then see if you want to sign your soul, taste the beans.
Taste the beans for sure.
Yeah.
But that's the devil.
But you need to know that that's the devil.
Yeah, you gotta know.
Yeah.
You ought to know.
You ought to know.
And even to this very day, if you go to Mount Vernon, New Hampshire, you can still see the hoof print of the devil in the rock. And I'll show you a picture later.
I love that. I love it when people have like proof of the devil.
Yeah. There's a big old bean pot made out of stone in the woods and a big old hoof print right next to it. And that's where this story comes from.
It's cool. I think we should go visit it.
Yeah.
Trip to New Hampshire.
To apologize.
We're on an apology tour. Only to New Hampshire. Yeah, you got a little drunk and insinuated you were Boston. We understand Boston's in Massachusetts, but I don't think you're different.
So the devil is once again foiled by the good people of New Hampshire. As soon as they realize that he's the devil, they all run away and he gets no souls, only beans.
Okay, that's number 2.
Number 2.
Yeah.
The third time, he's like, well, who can I tempt now? And he encounters a woman by the name of Mistress Bailey.
Okay, she sounds hot.
Mm-hmm. Mistress Bailey is jealous of everything, walking or creeping. And that is her sin, the story posits.
Envy.
I have an alternate theory. I'll get to it.
Okay.
She is jealous of everything, walking or creeping. She is guilty of the sin of envy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lovely day, and she is leaning against the door to her barn, and she's trying to figure out if there's anything that she can do to fuck over Mistress Simon.
Okay.
Who is another wealthy lady in the same town who has like a bigger house and nicer cows than Mistress Bailey. So she's just sitting there thinking about how she can potentially fuck over Mr. Simon. And the devil is drawn to her dark thoughts. Mm-hmm. And suddenly there's a huge gust of wind, and with it appears this handsome dark stranger. And he helps steady her against the harsh winds. And they get to talking, and she's like, I just fucking hate Mr. Simon. And he's like, well, you know, there is a way that Mr. Simon could be plagued by all manner of ills. All you would have to do is to come and meet me in 7 days' time, next Wednesday, because it's Wednesday now. Time has passed. Mm-hmm. It's important to know what day of the week it is.
It's Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, you just have to come and meet me. And then after that, you can do all the evil you want to anybody who you don't like.
Oh.
What do you think of that?
Would you take this offer?
No.
Think about people you actually don't like. They don't have to be like people you know. But, like, people who are actually fucking up our world right now.
I would want specifics about the ills.
You'd be willing to negotiate, though.
Yeah.
This would get me. I'm real big into justice.
They have this conversation. Mistress Bailey agrees.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a quote from the story. Please wait until I'm finished to react.
Okay.
Mistress Bailey could hardly walk from the excitement, and the black-coated gentleman helped her to her chamber, where she fell asleep at once. I don't think her sin is envy.
I don't think so either.
I think she fucked the devil.
And honestly, good for her.
Good for her.
He sounds hot.
Could barely walk for excitement. Come on.
He went to that bean town and he learned a few things.
Come on.
Come on.
Call it like it is. No, she fucked the devil.
Yeah.
Like,
but she did not fuck the deputy.
that's true.
Yeah.
And that's why she's in hell.
Oh no. We don't know that.
So and also she falls asleep immediately after.
Yeah.
Same.
Not me.
The next morning, Mistress Bailey wakes up in her bed, thoroughly disheveled, I assume. And she remembers all that's happened, and she feels very unhappy because she realizes that for all her evil thoughts, she doesn't really wish ill on Miss Simon.
Yeah.
Miss Simon hasn't done anything particularly horrible besides have what she has. And she also realizes, she's like, I, Mistress Bailey, have things that Mistress Simon is very jealous of.
I mean, God, that's some good dick.
Yeah.
That's like, you could skip therapy today. We're going to let you self-actualize on this dick. I bounced on it, and then I realized the error of my ways.
And then it bounced on me.
I bounced on it, but you know what? In a way, it bounced on me. And then it bounced on me. I'm the one who's coveting her goodies. Wait.
When I've got all these goodies right here.
Look at my goodies. So good, the devil fell asleep.
So she realizes that she doesn't actually want horrible evils to befall Miss Simon. She was just in a little bit of a mood, and now she feels better.
Yeah. Sure.
Evidence.
Sure. Sometimes you just need to do something for yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck the devil.
But she realizes that she wants out of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
She goes and talks to her neighbor, and she's like, I think I really fucked up. I had a conversation with the devil, and nothing else happened. And
We just talked. Without clothes.
And it was super casual.
Yeah. I'm not looking for a relationship.
No.
So.
Unless, but no.
No.
No. Her neighbor tells another neighbor, and so on and so forth, until finally news gets back to the minister in the town. Mm-hmm. And the minister hears that Mistress Bailey has consorted with the devil.
Sure.
And he vows...
She kissed the devil's butthole.
She definitely kissed the devil's butthole.
Oh my God!
And he vows that he will save her from the devil himself.
Oh, no thanks.
No, she's fine. So he gathers together all of the townspeople, 12 ministers and all of the deacons, and they all go to Mistress Bailey and prepare. 7 days later, on that Wednesday when the devil is supposed to return, all of them gather around Mistress Bailey in a circle at night, and they wait for midnight, which is when the devil is coming. And as they all form this circle around Mistress Bailey, they sing hymns to keep the devil away. And even though the devil comes to try and claim Miss Bailey's soul, he's not able to penetrate this barrier that's been created.
You're doing this on purpose.
And finally he gives up. He says, 3 times I've tried and I'm tired of trying. Relatable. I'll go where it's easier catching souls than in New Hampshire. And so it happened that there was no witch hunting in the beautiful White Mountain state of New Hampshire. The end.
And then he went down to Georgia.
And then he went down to Georgia.
He's like, this will be much easier.
And then he went down on Mistress Bailey.
Yeah, he came back from Mistress Bailey.
Yeah. And that's the end.
I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
Did you get through this whole story? Text us. Text us with a yes, Janey.
Yes, Janey. Okay, and I have a picture of the the devil's bean pot. I've got a couple of them.
Oh my God, the devil's bean pot. Oh, that's just a hole. That's just a hole in the ground.
Yeah, but it's like it's solidly pot shaped. I will say. Here's another. You can kind of see.
I can't see that.
There are 2 little girls, and they're like around the edge of this.
Oh yeah,
bean pot.
That does look like a place like we used to. What was the place that we went to? Was it the Devil's Hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to the Devil's Hole, and I went inside of it. No big deal.
Janey's been in the Devil's Hole.
But
this is
like
a modern picture.
Yeah, it's just a
also.
cavern inside of a rock.
Yeah, but it's from the top of the rock, which is weird. It seems like there was probably something dripping on it from above for a really long time, and it like eroded down through or something.
Yeah, it's a huge cavern inside of like a rock.
Yeah,
a huge rock. Like multiple people could fit in it.
Yeah, big old bean pot.
Sure.
And the devil's hoof print you can see in this picture with the girls. It's this massive, like...
Okay.
shoe print.
He could not have been that big. And also, that's not a hook.
That's what Mistress Bailey said.
She was wrong.
But yeah, that's in Mount Ormond Vernon, New Hampshire. And that's a little devil story for you.
That was good. Thank you for that little devil story.
Yeah.
Sorry about my behavior.
Don't apologize.
Cool.
It's what I expected and hoped for.
Cool. Well, I want to take a little break.
Yeah, let's take a little break.
Okay, we're going to go lick the devil's butthole and we'll be right back. Bye! Okay, Max.
Okay, Janey.
Max, okay. This last Tuesday, I had jury duty and also voting on the same day. So I was the most American a person can get.
Dutiful.
I was dutiful. I was full of duty on my Tuesday duty day. So,
and as everyone knows, Saturday is bean day.
Saturday's bean day, Tuesday duty day, Wednesday spaghetti night. So, we also had a teacher work day because it was a voting day, election day. So I did my jury duty, and in the morning, jury was canceled. Like, we did the whole processing thing, and then they came in and were like, hey, it was a DUI case, and the guy never showed up for his DUI case. So, bad for him. Good for you. See you later. Since jury duty got out early, and I went and voted, and then I had the rest of the day to myself, I went to the library, and I looked for some books, and I had a fun little library me day. And I found this book, which I really loved. It's Nelson Mandela's favorite African folktales. And it's filled with African folktales.
The favorites of Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, Nelson Mandela's favorite specifically. The thing about African folktales, which we have come across again and again, is that usually what I've noticed is that they have a very strong moral at the end, and they are there to teach you something, which you don't get all the time. You don't get with Brothers Grimm stories. You know, there might be a veiled moral, but it's not like a heavy-handed, like, no, this is to teach you something.
I've also noticed that a lot of African folktales center around ideas about, like, community. Like, you're supposed to trust your own community over
family, over outsiders. Like the daughter who married
a skull.
Yeah, who married the skull. And a lot of them also, and this is maybe just specifically the ones that I've read, but I feel like a lot of African folktales center around teaching women, which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah.
I don't think women need to be taught anything. I think that women are probably the ones who need to be doing the teaching, actually. But that being said, I did like this book. It's illustrated by a bunch of different illustrators, and it has a bunch of different stories from different folklorists, and they are all credited in a very cool way and sourced in a cool way. And Nelson Mandela talks a little bit in the intro about why these are his favorite folktales from Africa and why he appreciates the lessons. Very cool book to have. There is one unfortunate thing about the cover. Let's see if you can spot it.
Is it the flamingo's foot?
It's not the illustration.
Oh, no. A treasure for everyone in the family. Quote by Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Okay, but tell me that flamingo foot isn't fucked up.
Is he? You know. The whole back blurb is also Bill Cosby.
Oh my god.
Anyway, this is before we knew better. Nelson Mandela, I'm not going to blame you for this. I sent a picture to the Discord and I was like, guys, would you get this book based off of this illustration alone? And I showed them this truly incredible illustration. Hold on. Just keep in mind, all of these are illustrated by different people. The mantis and the moon.
Oh. Ooh, I hate it.
It's just a very, like, Cartoon Network.
It looks like Courage the Cowardly Dog.
It does.
Kind of mixed with James and the Giant Peach.
Yes. Yeah. It's that fucked up...
and Salad Fingers.
Yes. Yes, all three of those. Anyway, so I was like... I opened it up, I saw that thing. That's not the story I'm telling today, but I was like, guys, would you get it off this illustration? Everyone was like, yeah, absolutely. That looks amazing. And I was like, cool. Would this give you pause? I just showed the beginning where the whole blurb is just Bill Cosby, and they're like, maybe a little. Still a good book.
Yeah.
Full of very good stories. The story I'm going to bring you today is called, and I also have to apologize because I don't know any African pronunciations. I don't know any African languages. This is a story retold by Minnie Postma, who is a very famous South African folklorist. And she uses a ton of the language and colloquialisms that I'm not going to be able to properly pronounced. So I'm going to try my best, but just know I'm not from South Africa.
Yeah.
I'm not from anywhere, really, except for specifically the United States.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, weren't you born in Japan?
I wasn't. So that's why I was born in Washington State. And then we moved to Japan when I was 6 months old. Okay. So this story is called Mmadipetsane. Mmadipetsane. And it begins like this, and a lot of her stories begin the same way. The old people tell the story of Mmadipetsane, the child who refused to listen to the warnings of adults.
Oh, I bet things turn out pretty poorly for Mmadipetsane.
Mmadipetsane might have a hard time. One day, Mmadipetsane's mother asked her to take a seroto, which is a basket, and collect some roots from the veld, which is a grassland in southern Africa, and to pick some wild spinach leaves for her to stew. Mmadipetsane took the basket and went to the veld, right? She was following instructions very well. But she got to where she normally went, and there was nothing there. And so she walked on and on and on. She's looking for a good place to pick these roots. And she walked for a long, long time. And finally, she found a spot where there was lots of wild roots, and there was lots of wild spinach leaves. But the spot wasn't just on the veld. It was in known Ladimo territory. The Ladimo was a man-eating monster.
Oh.
A giant, a cannibal, a dangerous person.
A Zimwi.
A Zimwi, if you will, an ogre. And everyone was afraid of the Ladimo. But Mmadipetsane didn't care about that. She was like, okay, go fuck yourself. You don't own the grass. And she started to dig, and she uncovered roots, and she wiped them off, and she placed them in her seroto, and she basically just had like a fine time doing whatever the fuck she wanted.
Damn, all right.
Eventually, though, the Ladimo saw her, and he started stomping over. He was ugly and terrifying. He was as big as a tree, and he had teeth the size of boar's tusks, so very big and scary. He called out to her, quote, "Hila, Mmadipetsane, why are you digging?" His voice was rough and loud and threatening, but Mmadipetsane was not afraid of him at all. She ignored him, and she kept digging. And he stopped, and he called out again, and he said, "Hey, why are you digging?" And finally, annoyed, she answered him, "I am digging the roots which belong to the Ladimo, and I am picking the young leaves of the spinach which grows near the dung heap." And then she kept digging.
So
there. Outraged that she was knowingly stealing from him, he started to sprint towards her. The story says, quote, "He tries to catch and eat her because he eats people."
Oh, he's a people eater.
Yeah, he's a people eater. He's a people eater, which is fair.
Is it?
It's not fair that he...
Hang on.
Right, it's not fair that he eats people, but it's fair that he's trying to eat her because he eats people.
The logic follows.
Yes. But she was quick as a mouse, and like a little field mouse, she found a hole in the ground and she slipped inside. The hole was just big enough for her, but it was much too small for the Ladimo. And realizing this, he said, quote, "Just you wait. I am clever. I shall find a way to catch you." And he smacked his lips and he swallowed really loudly to show how hungry he was.
Gulp.
Gulp. But that made her laugh at him. And because she's kind of a brat, which I say kind of as a compliment, she began to tease him.
Same, girl.
Now that I teach children, genuinely, I kind of feel his pain. So first, she said, "You look like a creepy crawly," or a koko, which is a KGO. I looked this up. I could not find so many of these words when I researched them, which makes me think that they are either very specific to the region that Mmadipetsane is from, or that they are a little outdated.
Mm-hmm. It could also be the way that they're transliterated into English pronunciation.
It could be, because this is also a translated story, for sure. When I also tried to look up Mmadipetsane, it was all in Afrikaans. Yep. So just know, very specific. But I'm going to say Coco. The story kind of makes it sound like a Coco is a bug. What I could find on this kind of said that it was a little bit like a boogeyman. So I guess she's saying like he's a creepy crawly boogeyman who's made up to scare children, but she's not scared of him. So then she started teasing him with a little song she made up. And the song went like this. Sigh, Coco, sigh, Coco, co, sigh, Coco, sigh, Coco, co, sigh, sigh. And this song hurt the Ladimo's ears. Just his ears, not his heart, not his feelings. Actually, he's fine. The story says, quote, "It feels as though he has fleas biting him inside the ears."
And not the heart.
And not the heart. And he's crying because they hurt his ears. She said again, sigh, sigh, sigh. And he walked back home, unable to stand it any longer, not crying, because again, he was fine. Like a little mouse, the naughty little girl peeped out of the hole to make sure the coast was clear, and then seeing that he was gone, she slipped out, and she scuttled between the grasses and the shrubs until she reached her home again. She gave her mother the roots, and her mom was like, wow, this is a lot of roots. Why were you gone so long today? And she said, I had to go far to the field of the Ladimo. And her mother was like, the fuck did you just say? Oh my God. She said, did pigs bite off your ears when you were little? I told you to keep away from him. And honestly, this is the equivalent of being like, hey, there's a known serial killer who lives down the street from us. He got out on like a parole, like technicality, but he lives down the street from us. So obviously never go to that serial killer's house because he kills children. And then finding out your child was like, I snuck into his backyard and I played with his dog. It's fine. No, it's not fine. Don't do that. Whew. Yeah. Kids, man, don't have them. I think they should go extinct. Okay. Mmadipetsane said, cha, I'm not afraid. And her mother shook her head and was like, why aren't you afraid? Are you stupid? And her mother said, he is bigger than any chief. He is stronger than any bull. And he is more dangerous than the big water snake coiled up in the gleaming deep pool. And her little daughter answered, sure, and I am small and weak. But I have one thing he doesn't have. A fucking brain in my head.
Woo!
Boom!
Damn!
A third grade education. Boom! He's stupid and I'm smart. He's big and I'm small, but I'm fast and he's slow. He doesn't know anything and I know everything. I'm as clever as a jackal, Mom. I got this. He literally will never catch me. And then she was like, I know how the jackal works, okay? He actually helped me out a lot by digging a hole that I can hide in, okay? And this fucking stupid idiot can't catch me in it. So, like, I'm fine. And so she knew she could always hide there, and the Ladimo, quote, the giant, the strong one, the dangerous one, couldn't get inside. And then she decided to help her mom feel better by singing her the little song she had made up for him. She said, Kai, Coco, sigh, Coco, go, sigh, sigh, sigh. And her mom's like, fucking, oh no.
You sang that to the Ladimo?
That's so annoying. That's annoying, okay? Mmadipetsane, that's bad.
Is that Sai?
S-A-I.
Ah. Okay.
Say?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just checking whether it was like transliteration of a sound.
Like a directive.
Or if it was, yeah.
Yeah. No. And I tried to look it up and again, nothing came up. But it is just like a na 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 na, like over and over again. Listen, and I can honestly say that it is so frustrating when a child does this because there's nothing you can do.
No.
It's like, oh my God. I recently had a kid who I'm having a lot of problems with and I'm trying really hard to be super patient with this kid because I'm like, if I overreact, it will literally go against me. Like, you can't overreact to something like this. You can't get angry. You have to go at it very calmly and patiently and just try your hardest to like get him involved, but he won't do any work. And I sat him down after class and I was like, listen, you are going to fail this class. And he's like, I don't care. I don't care about that. And I'm like, okay. And he told me, I hate art class. And I was like, that's fine. And honestly, a lot of your friends feel the same way. It's not for everybody, but you have to come to school and you have to do the work. It's just, a part of growing up. Everybody has to do it. And he looked me in the face, smiled, and said, I don't have to do anything. I'm here because I choose to be. If I didn't choose to come here, you would never see me again. This kid is fucking 9 years old. I called the counselor and I was like, come to my room. Like, what? And as I told him what he said, the guy was like, oh my God. He's like, there's nothing you could do with that. And then he mocked me for the rest of the thing. Literally everything I said, he went, like, and I walked him back to class and he mocked me the whole way.
Mm.
Kids are frustrating. You can't just lose it on them.
Kids, man.
Anyway, I'm a little bit team Ladimo. Okay, so she's
Janey also would eat people in this scenario.
It's fair. Her mother asked what happened after she sang her little song, and Mmadipetsane said, oh, he was furious. He stomps the ground like Poohoo, the bull, with his hooves, and all he hears is dump, dump, dump as his feet pound the ground. And her mom was like, okay, no. Obviously that's bad. And she's like, is it or is it funny? She's like, no, psycho. No, it's not funny.
This kid's hilarious, though.
This kid is funny. I do appreciate
In fairness.
I do appreciate this little attitude. I think it's funny. It's just, oh God, so frustrating when you're the Ladimo. You're just like, hey, don't dig my roots. And she's like, dig my roots. Fuck you. Oh my God. So the mother tried to warn her again about the Ladimo, but of course her daughter didn't listen to her. So the next morning, while her mother was fetching water with a clay pot from the fountain, Mmadipetsane took her Saroto and she ran to the Ladimo's field to dig up more roots and pick more wild spinach leaves. And her mother did not ask her to do this, so she literally just wants to stir shit up. She's officially found a way to keep herself from being bored during the summer. When the Ladimo spotted her digging again, he said, "Hila there! Why are you digging so early in the morning, Mmadipetsane?" And she said, again, "I am digging the roots that belong to the Ladimo, and I am picking the wild spinach that grows in his fields." And outraged, he raced towards her, but quick as a mouse again, she once again ran to her jackal hole and dove in. Furious, the Ladimo tried to get in, but he couldn't. Quote, "He can smell her, and this makes him long all the more for lovely, juicy human flesh." End quote. And then again, he heard her sing her stupid song. Sigh, go, sigh, go, sigh, sigh, sigh. And it pierced him like arrows. And so he decided to change tactics, because as dumb as Mmadipetsane thought he was, he had the ability to adapt. Because kids always think they're the smartest person in the room. They just always do, you know? It's infuriating, but it's also universal. They don't have any experience, and they're like, I know better than all the adults in the room.
Yeah. What would you do if you were the Ladimo?
Okay, no, actually, if this was happening in my school, I would call for reinforcements. I would call her mom.
No, if you were the Ladimo and there was a little girl stealing your spinach and your roots.
Well, I know what he does. What would you do?
I would fill in the hole.
That's a good
Run
point.
now.
Fucking try it. Okay, so what the Ladimo does is he made himself get really, really calm, and then he sat and he waited outside the hole, patient and quiet, like a cat waiting for a mouse to come out of a hole.
Sure.
But Mmadipetsane also sat and waited. She's also patient. They sat like this for a long, long time until finally he formed a new plan. And he said in a very quiet voice, "Mmadipetsane, you must come out now. The sun is shining high in the sky. Your mother is already standing on top of the big rock, the Lafika, and she is looking for you. She is waiting for the roots and the wild spinach because she is hungry." And from inside the hole, he heard, "Sigh, sigh, 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 go, 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 go!" And he was so mad, he fell on top of the ground with a big boom. It sounded like a tree being blown over by the wind. The ground shook around her. I hate this kid.
I love her.
I know.
Because I don't have to deal with kids.
I know. But she knew he wasn't dead, so she still sat quietly like a little mouse. And when she got hungry, she ate some of the roots that she had collected. She's totally fine. She's like, I got everything I need, buddy.
I can live down here for weeks.
This is my home now. Forward my mail, you bitch. So then he got another idea. He made his voice a little higher pitched and he said, "Hila, Mmadipetsane, my child, where are you? The sun is setting over the treetops in the west." And she immediately clocked him trying to sound like her mom, and she burst out laughing in the hole, and she said, "Sigh, sigh, sigh, go, sigh, sigh, sigh. Oh, are you my mother now? You who are as ugly as a baboon, with teeth like a boar and with a stomach like a beer pot? Forget it."
Ooh, rude.
Just a quick edit. I would like to change beer pot to bean pot.
Bean pot. She's in the devil's hole yelling about his bean pot.
She's right now in the devil's hole. Try filling it with beans now, you bitch. He sat quietly again. He thought about it. And then he decided to try again. So he made his voice even softer and he said, "Mmadipetsane, darling, where are you? It's late. The sun is setting faster. It is now behind the branches of the trees." And again, she laughed at him and said, "Sigh, sigh, sigh, Coco. Oh, are you my mother? Your voice is as rough as the rock face of the mountain. May's voice is smooth as the fine sand that washes out at the water's edge. Sigh, 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 Coco." And then she laughed and laughed. Here's a quick note. Mme, M-M-E, is very dialectical. It's found in Venda, and I think a couple other places, but from what I found, Venda, it's in the northeastern part of South Africa's Limpopo province, which borders Zimbabwe. And it's very frustrating because when I tried to find a pronunciation, they just tried to tell me that it was the word madam.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm guessing at me.
It's the French abbreviation for madame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the Ladimo tried again. He made his voice so, so soft, and he said, Mmadipetsane, come home. I am waiting for the roots and the spinach leaves. The sun is touching the mountaintops in the west. But his voice still didn't sound like her mother's, because he's not her mom, and she knows the fucking difference. And from deep in the hole, Mmadipetsane said, go to sleep, Ladimo.
Woo.
I told you. When Mme speaks, it sounds like tiny little grains of sand that would not even hurt a toddler's feet if he were to take his first steps on it.
I like that you're doing a Shirley voice.
That's the only thing I can think. Hello!
Yep.
Ooh, hello! Get in the hole!
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo!
Why don't you get in my hole?
Why don't you come out now? I'm not up here ready to eat you. I promise. And she's like, you're not my mom. Fuck! And finally, when the sun fell behind the mountains, she heard the Ladimo walk home, defeated. Then, as quietly as a mouse, she slipped out of her hole and she ran home. That night, the Ladimo lay awake, just thinking of how to catch her. After a little while, it dawned on him. He had the perfect idea. He ran like a hare in the dark over the tufts of grass to the hole where Mmadipetsane always hid from him, and with his huge hands, he filled up the hole with stones. Look, he's thinking like the Ladimo now.
Yeah. What you gonna do now?
What the fuck are you gonna do now? He filled it almost to the top.
But not enough, so she's gonna try and hide in the hole, but there won't be any hole.
He left some room for her head.
Ah.
Then he went home and went back to sleep.
I thought he was gonna go to her house and hide in her cabinets and be like, isn't it annoying?
Sigh, sigh, sigh! Under her bed. Scary. The next morning, early, the disobedient child went back where she was told to never go, to the Ladimo's field, digging up his roots, picking his spinach leaves. He shouted out, Hila there! What are you digging? And she said, I am digging the roots in the Ladimo's field. Fucker!
Motherfucker!
And she set off a couple of fireworks.
Yeah.
Furious, he began to charge at her, and just as before, she ran away to her hole, not knowing it was filled up with stones now. She tried to slip in safely like a mouse, but only her head could fit in. The rest of her body was sticking out, and before she could get out and run away, she heard his rough laugh, sounding like rocks rolling off the mountain. He smacked his lips, quote, with a sound like children diving and splashing in a pool. Bleh. Then the Ladimo, the giant, the strong one, the dangerous one, grabbed the child who would not listen to her mother's warning. He threw her into a bag, and she cried out, Hi! I'll never do it again! Not until I'm old, until the day my legs fold under me from old age, till my teeth have all fallen out like leaves, until my eyes are blue like those of the white people. I shall never come to dig for roots here. Hi! Please let me go. But he didn't listen to her, Max. He didn't even hear what she was saying. You know what he could hear? Sigh, 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 go, go, go. He knotted the fucking bag and he threw it over his shoulder and he walked home to eat her. And the last line of the story is, quote, this is the end of the story of a disobedient child and her punishment. End quote.
Sigh, 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 sigh.
Sigh, 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 now, motherfucker. I love my job and I love kids, guys. I genuinely do. It's like what I'm meant to do. But oh my God, this is the first time I've ever read a story like this. And I'm like, yeah!
Actually, the Ladimo was
yes! This is a cathartic one for me to read. I love kids, guys. I would never throw a kid in a bag and eat them.
No.
Anyway, sometimes I do threaten to throw them out windows. But it's funny because we're a one-floor school and I don't have any windows in my class.
Yeah.
And they think it's funny, too.
Hilarious.
Then they say, if we all team up together, we could throw you out the window. And I say, do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It.
That's how you talk to kids, though.
Yeah.
So it's fine, actually.
Mm-hmm. Plus, if they threw you out the window, that's where all your bees are.
Not all of them.
I'll love them.
My bees are doing badly, guys. Here's a quick update on my bees. Wait, hold on. First, what do you think of the story?
I liked it. I like it when the bad guy wins for once.
Is he a bad guy, or is he perhaps in the right and that was his field and that child was making fun of him? Here's the story. Here's the picture. I don't like how they drew the Ladimo because it doesn't match the description, but still.
Yeah, the Ladimo looks like some kind of ape.
Yeah. They literally just drew an ape.
Yeah. And she is inside of like a big hollow rock, basically, holding a basket.
Yeah.
And the Ladimo is outside trying to pull her out of the hole.
And she's kind of smiling.
And there's a jackal that's looking at her like, yeah, you get it.
We did this. I think the jackal's looking at her like, get the fuck out of my hole.
That's my home. And there's also a little mouse next to a littler mouse hole.
And her mom.
And her mom is in the background screaming.
Here's what I kind of wish about this illustration. I wish it was more like the one that you showed of the Simwe with like the two heads and the actual horror of it being kind of humanoid almost.
Yeah.
That's what I wish, but obviously there's a bunch of different illustrators who are a part of this. But again, the illustration is Lynn Gilbert. So anyway.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my bad. Okay. And that is episode 168. I don't know how much of this episode is going to make it into the actual episode.
All of it. It's all perfect.
You say that every time.
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
I'm going to delete so much of this. Just so you know.
Well, I'll be sad. So
be it.
What do you think of that?
I think you won't notice.
I think I won't notice. You're a very good editor.
Thank you. But also, by the time you actually listen to it, like if you go back and listen to episodes from 2 years ago, you don't know what I've cut out. And sometimes I'm like, I should have cut out everything. And we would never have noticed. It's not important to know what I did at the car dealership, Janey.
No, I love that story.
What story? You don't know it!
No, I might be thinking of a different story. But
Sigh!
I'm thinking of the time that we went to the car dealership and
I
was like, you don't have to buy a car today. And she was like, maybe we can negotiate.
Yeah, that was a good story.
Yeah.
That was a good story. I'm talking about just mainly, we talk about a lot of like mundane things. And I'm like, that could have been cut.
I think people like that. Send us an email. Do you like that?
It's hard to send
Do you wish we would shut up?
It's hard to send those episodes to famous people I admire. So.
That's fine. It can't all be polished, and I don't think it should be.
No. You guys, thank you for joining us today on episode 168. If you would like to talk to us about this, you can text us at the link in the show notes. You can join us on the Discord by joining the Patreon at the $3, $4, or $7 level. You can
email us, sortofthestory@gmail.com.
Yeah. You can go on our socials at Sort of the Story. And you can also give us a 5-star review in Apple Podcast to let us know your thoughts. Only 5 stars, though, even if they're bad thoughts. 5 stars. Wish they would shut the fuck up.
That's the kind of love I crave.
And we'll put it on our stories. All right. And we will see you on our next episode, which is episode 169. Nice. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye. I'll tell you what has actually changed my mood around is after Mamdani won and the Democrats made such a sweep over the whole fucking country, I was like, oh man, feeling pretty good about myself right now. I cleaned my kitchen, my bathroom that I was putting off for months. My depression lifted for an afternoon, and I was like, great.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty spectacular. I'm so excited. I love him, and I love his hot girlfriend.
Hot wife.
Hot wife? Really? Okay.
They met on Hinge.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're married, and she is a very cool activist artist, and all of the videos are like golden retriever and black cat, and I'm like, that's exactly what they are. Did you see that he got a lot of shit from people because they were trying to start controversy over he's hiding his wife. You see, he's so Muslim. Sharia law, you're coming to take your women and put them in. And they were just doing all this stuff. And he made a post that was like, my wife is so awesome, but she deserves to be known on her own terms and based off of her own merit. So no, I'm not parading her around as my wife to get political points. She gets to be exactly who she is on her own terms.
Fuck yes.
I think that's fucking cool as hell.
Yes. Spectacular. I love him. I love everything he's done.
Yeah. Also, sorry, now I'm just going into all my favorite Mamdani comebacks. They came up to him at one point and they were like, Trump just made a whole statement about how he's better looking than you. Thoughts? And he like kind of laughed a little bit. He did that like Mamdani like smile and he laughed. He looked back and he goes, I'm so focused on affordable housing. And then he just like walked on. He's like, that's not important.
Good. That's exactly the way to deal with that.
It's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing to watch these very old, ugly, stupid, evil men try so hard to bait him with stupid schoolyard taunts and him being like, that's so weird. Did you know that we can't afford housing in New York? It's weird, right?
Someone should do something about that.
It seems like maybe that's my whole campaign. Also, if I felt the need to fight with Trump over who's better looking, it would look really weird on me.
Yeah.
As if I didn't have eyes in my fucking head.
God. What a rock star.
It's just the classiest comeback, and you just know it's infuriating.
Yeah. Yes. I'm so proud of him. I want to...
Yeah.
The feeling that I have towards Mamdani, I can only express as I want to give him a sticker.
Like, what kind of sticker? Like one of our stickers with our faces on it?
No. Just like a sticker. I glow with pride when I want him to have a sticker that has like a star on it and it says great job.
Yeah.
I want him to have that.
And he would give you that classic smile and be like, that's great, thanks.
Thank you personally from me. Here's a sticker.
And that's why we do it.
Yeah.
Wait, where are you from, Georgia? You're not even one of mine?
No. God, I wish though.
I wish. There's a meme going around of SpongeBob and Patrick, and they're like high-fiving and having a good time out on like the beach, and then it's from the point of view of Squidward, who's looking at them from his window. It's like looking sad. That's us.
Yeah, I've seen that as people being like, everyone's celebrating Mamdani's win in New York City, and then Squidward is
me in Georgia,
or me in Virginia celebrating our first female congressperson or whatever it is.
No,
Abigail Spanberger.
Yeah, that wouldn't be. That's not the same type of meme. I haven't seen it in that context because it's like I'm missing out on all the fun.
Yeah,
I feel the same way about Virginia, though. I'm like, God, I left and you guys got cool.
They did not, but
why not?
There's still a lot of valid criticisms of Abigail Spanberger, but that's neither here nor there.
Philadelphia elected their first trans mayor.
Fuck yes.
First openly trans mayor. It's like we fucking did it. Like all the big wins are like people of color and women's and trans people and like
diverse populations.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the coolest thing.
Yeah, it's rad.
Yeah. Anyway, it lifted my depression for like an afternoon, and it felt really good.
I had someone on a dating app send me a message, an opening message, where they were like, "So how about that Mamdani win?" And it's like, "Woo, perfect! What a lie!"
Yep. Let's meet at your place to talk about it.
Yeah,
would have been my exact response.
No, my response was, what was it? Because it was funny. I'm gonna pull it up because it was funny and I'm funny. Ha ha ha. He said, dude, Zohran, isn't it nice to check the news for a day and not have it make everything worse, like a little treat? And I said, honestly, I can still barely believe it. It feels like a centaur just handed me $50 and kissed me on the mouth.
On the mouth. Gross. I wouldn't like that.
With their human mouth, Janey. Yeah. Obviously.
I say what I said. Oh,
that's bad.
Oh my God. Guys, she wielded that paper like she was going to hit me with it. Oh my God, no centaur slander. Okay, anyway, let's see.
You nailed pronouncing centaur slander. That's a really hard phrase.
But important enough to get right.
Yeah.